And I think this is the second biggest underdog of the year that we're going to give out in this segment. We both kind of like it. I like it on the money line. You're kind of figuring out how you're going to play them. But it's the Columbus Blue Jackets. They're plus 330 against Tampa Bay. And this just comes down to the Blue Jackets have looked sort of competent in their last two games. One of them was a win against the Hurricanes. The other one was a 1-0 loss to your Washington Capitals, in which they deserved the win, I think. It sounds crazy, but we know that the Lightning do kind of just mail in a couple spots here or there in the season. It's almost like they do it on purpose. Hey guys, let's take that game off and we'll just, save our legs for, game 6 of round 1 when we need them. And yeah, that's narrative. And the Lightning have been going really well for the past 2 months, but it's a numbers play, and plus 330 on a team that looks decent in a hockey game is good enough.
Yeah, the Caps got lucky on Sunday. Columbus played really well. I agree. I don't think I quite have the gusto to target the full money line. I'm probably going to be looking for some sort of a spread. If it can get to a point where plus 2.5 is plus money, I think that it looks like it actually might. So I think that's an angle I like. Or maybe the first period line for Columbus. I think you can get a super long number on that. But I agree. Columbus played really well versus Washington. It was a bit of a sleepy game, but I was expecting the Caps to roll them over in that contest. And they looked really sharp. They couldn't break through, but they played a really structured, solid game. And then they beat Carolina on Saturday, far less convincing fashion. But again, really, really solid play considering the kind of numbers we're seeing here. And they've got some forwards in really good form. Like, they didn't get the chances finished on Sunday, but I don't think they're going to finish at an alarmingly bad rate all season long.
Yeah, exactly. And it's if those go in, I think, we're looking at maybe a slightly smaller number here against the Lightning. So it'll be the Blue Jackets for me as my favorite underdog right now. They are plus 330 in Tampa Bay. For you, slightly smaller underdog on a slightly better team.
Yes, on a team that I still think is really good. I know a lot of people might be thinking, of course, Nick's going back here, but I'm going with the New Jersey Devils to beat Carolina at plus 125. I think it's a really strong play. In a lot of ways, these teams mirror each other. I know Carolina, they're a lot more physical. They're difficult to play against, but the Devils are the same in a lot of ways. They're not going to allow much in the way of high danger chances. Carolina, they're not going to finish at a high rate, even with Pacioretty back in the lineup. I think that could still be somewhat of a concern. And I also think the goaltending could be closer down the stretch than people think. We don't necessarily know for sure Kochetkov or Ranta are actually that good. They're great behind Carolina because Carolina are unreal at defending. But I think this is just a game that's going to play out quite closely. These two teams played right out of the Christmas break, and it went to a shootout. It was a good effort from New Jersey. And I thought New Jersey were excellent on Saturday. I don't think that's a hard case to make. They really dug out a win versus the Rangers in a game that they fully deserved. And it's one of those ones, like, it is so hard to overcome going down 2 goals in a hockey game, especially when you probably don't deserve it. And then you still find a way versus Shesterkin. I think that could be galvanizing. I love what Jack Hughes is doing. I love what a lot of the Devils are doing. And I think this number is just a little bit too long.